Hello everyone, it's me again, Brian Dave Gasot, to discuss the lesson 4 of this module 5, assessment and reporting. So I'm going to discuss the communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders. So we have here the certain objectives. So we have 3 objectives. At the end of this lesson, students will discuss the essence of communicating the students' need to their parents, and also explain how the teacher communicate the students' achievement. And number 3, write a narrative report of a parent-teacher conference. So as to the code of ethics for professional teachers, every teacher shall inform the parents through proper authorities about the progress and deficiencies of the learners under him, exercising utmost candor and tact in pointing out the learners' deficiencies and in seeking the parents' cooperation for the proper guidance and improvement of the learners. So it is according to the code of ethics for professional teachers that you as a teacher need to communicate or need to report your student performance to their parents. So because it seeks the parents' cooperation in order for them to cooperate with you in developing the learnings and competencies, because education should start at home. So school is just a second home to the students. So therefore, you need to get the cooperation of your parents in order for them to help you develop and help you to progress their child in learning. So it should start at home. The discipline should start at home. Next, in Department Order A, Series 2015, the summary of the learner's progress is shown quarterly to the parents or guardian through a parent-teacher conference or PTC, in which the parent report card is being discussed. So it is what we normally do during our high school days. So the teacher will call on, or our advisor will call our parents to have a conference or a meeting with them to report our grades, our performance in class, and to show our progress all throughout the learning process in every quarter. So it is a way also of informing our parents. So informing the parents, informing the guardians that there are rooms for improvement, and eventually if they can actually help you in developing those areas that may need improvement. So a parent-teacher conference is a conduct every grading period to ensure the effective communication of the learner's need and progress. So it is done at the end of the grading period to communicate learners' need and progress. So you need to have the cooperation of the parents, because they're going to educate their child in their house. So through communicating with them their performance in the class, so you can eventually report it to your parents in order for the parents to help you discipline the child, to talk with the child. So there are brief meetings lasting about 10 to 30 minutes. So conferences focus on learning. Although behavior and social concerns might be discussed, the teacher will review the child's progress, including the strengths and areas in need of improvement. So there are in conference, in meetings, you will not just focus on the progress of the learning during the instruction or during the learning process, but you need to report also the behavior of the student to their parents. So how they act in the class, how they act in school. So you need to report it to the parents in order for the parents to know what to do to help you in developing or disciplining the child or the student. So next is, we have here the description of a report card if your students passed or fail according to their marks or remarks. So if your students have a grading scale below 75, so it indicates that the students did not meet the expectations, so therefore they failed. So you need to communicate this to the parents of the child, because they perform like this, they behave like this and like that. So that's why they fail. So you need to communicate it well in order for you to have a basis and why is it that the grades or performance is like this, like that. Okay, so if the child or your student have a grade of 75 to 79, it indicates that it is fairly satisfactory. It is passed, no? Actually, the remark is passed. However, the grade is too small for a performing student, no? So therefore it needs more improvement, no, to the engagement in the class, to their performance, the progress of learning, and the attention in learning, no? So if we have a grading system where the student has grading system 80 to 85, so it indicates it's satisfactory. So this has remarked pass, no? So this 80 to 84 is already a passing grade, no? But however you communicate this with your parents according to your performance and the progress of learning depends upon the teacher. So the teacher now will have a description, or the teacher now will have a reasons behind those grades, no? So now if you have 85 to 89, it is very satisfactory. So it has a remarks of pass. So this grades is fairly good as a student, no? If you're not aiming for outstanding performances, your honors, if the student is not into having honors, no? So it is a good grade for them, no? However, if you want to become an honor to be included in the honor list, you need to have this 90 to 100 grading scale. So it indicates that you have outstanding for performance in class. So these are remarks of pass, no? So given this grading system, so if you have that students, for example, an honor student in the first grading, but in the second grading it is not included anymore in the honor list. So whoever the reasons behind those failures or behind those decrease of the grades, so you need to communicate well to their parents. So however they behave in class, why is it that their grades are decreasing, no? Why is it that they are not anymore included to the honor list? So you have to do that as a teacher in order to avoid bias and miscommunication with the parents, to avoid miscommunication and conflict with the parents. So you need to be clear at all times with what you're going to report, with all the evidences and with all the records in hand. Okay, so we have this communication strategy. So first we have to find and share the positive. So in communication strategy, we have to find and share the positive first, no? We have to communicate with parents with a positive regard, no? We have to find information that are positive, that are good, to share with them, that will make them happy. So regarding the performance of your students, regarding the progress of your students, no? So it's not that only negative, no? Negative ideas, because it will makes them angry maybe, or it makes them sad, no? So next is be open and honest. So here, even if you share the positives, you need to give the constructive feedbacks, no? Those feedbacks that needs improvement, no? That eventually the parents can help you with in developing those skills, or there's those knowledge, no? So being open and being honest to the parents could be a good way, a good strategy, because the parents are informed about their child's performance, your students' progress in class. No, they can help you with anything about everything. So third is to think before you speak. So in sharing with the negatives of your students, you need to think critically. Think twice before you speak, no? Because it might offend the parent, or it might result to negative impact, no? So parents and also to the students. So you need to respect your students and give feedback to your students that is actually constructive, no, not in a discriminatory way, no. It is in a nice and solemn way, no. So you need to think that if this information could offend or could affect the parents, so you have to consider it, no. Number 4, ask for parents' input. So there, after you share all the information and the positives and negatives to the parents, you need to ask their feedbacks, no? You need to ask their inputs. What are the ways or their ways in developing their child's needs of improvement. So how they will help their child improve this and progress in this learning. So number 5, let parents make informed decisions. So if you arrive at a decision, because this is the performance of the student, so you formulate decisions, alternatives. So you need to inform your parents, no? If you want to have a remedial classes, you can make up classes with the students who lacks the understanding, who lacks the comprehension. So therefore, you need to inform the parents of whatever you're doing in order for them to be acquainted with what are the activities of their child, no, between you and your student, no. Okay, so those are the strategies or ways of communicating with the parents. Now let's proceed to the importance of communicating the students' needs to their parents. So why is it important to communicate the students' needs to the parents? No? This is particularly important because you will often have to discuss sensitive subjects such as behavior issues, learning problems, and the student's strengths and weaknesses without making the parent feel confused or defensive. So it is the importance of communicating the students' needs, as I've said already earlier, that students' behaviors in class, if they are sadist, if they are too violent with their peers, with their classmates, so you need to report all of those behavior, all of those characteristics that they've shown in the classroom, in the school, no? So their problems in learning, if they have difficulty in learning, what are the ways and what are those aspects that they find it difficult to learn, no? If they hard to memorize, to remember things, so you need to inform that to their parents in order for the parents to formulate decisions and arrive at a solution to the problem of their child. And of course, so you need to report your students' strengths and weaknesses according to their performance, academic performance, and the behaviors inside the class, or the character they've shown inside the class, no? So of course, above all, you need to consider that if you share this information to your parents, they will not feel confused or defensive, because after all, you need to consider their feelings and their emotions, you know? Because they are the parents of the child, you know? They have the heart to their child, to your students, no? So you have to be mindful of that. So according to Patrin 2005, professionally conducted PTCs can prove a most valuable strategy for improving student classroom behavior as well as enhancing the learning. So through PTC as well, so you can discuss more topics, no, that is also be purposeful in the learning, for the learning of their child. So it can be for the improvement of the classroom, anything that could improve the classroom performance of their students. So if you find the problem in the environment, in the classroom environment, so in the atmosphere, so you need to communicate it with your parents in order for them to give alternatives and solution to the problem, you know? Because the students can't help you because they are still minors, no? So they can still provide for their own. So it is important that their parents are the ones you will be communicating with this kind of problems, no? So it is proven effective, no? Because up until this day, it is still practiced, because it is really important to let the parents know about their child's performance in class. No? So furthermore, the student's achievement can be communicated to the parents or guardians through recognition programs conducted by the schools. So in depth order 36, series of the following awards may be bestowed on the deserving students: classroom awards, grade level awards, and special awards. So anything that is achieved by the students in the classroom, it is beforehand communicated with the parents or the guardians. No, so in any programs in schools, you can or award this to your students, no, with the presence of the parents. So the classroom awards, so you have this most punctual, most behaved, like that. So you can award that during programs, no, conducted by the school. So a grade level awards and special awards, just to honor if the student is included to the honor students, on honor list, or the student is achieving something because he competed with the other schools, like that. So that is very important, to communicate with the parents in order for them to know and in order for them to be informed about that information of their children. So that is the importance of communicating the students' needs to their parents, because nothing in the classroom environment could help you but the parents, so for the improvement of your students. So okay, so that's it. That's the end of my report, and I have here a question that you need to answer. So okay, here's the scenario. One of your students confides in you that she is 5 months pregnant and her parents are unaware. However, you found out that she failed one subject and had low grades in all other subjects. Will you report the situation to her parents or not? Why or why not? Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Thank you for watching. God bless and mabuhay. Goodbye.